Welcome, everyone, to
Ah,
the first episode of Height and Friends. I'm your host, Sam Height. With us, as always, lead anchor, Samantha Burdick. Now, what is Height and Friends? Height and Friends will be a weekly program that hits the hot topics of the week, as well as highlighting a very new and exciting vehicle lineup from the Height family of dealerships. This week's topic will be the most dramatic episode that the world has ever seen.
that sounds that sounds so familiar. I think I've heard that phrase
So,
before.
Look
so
out,
this
Mike.
this week's episode, Broncos and Bachelor,
Oh,
important things. So, Sam and I would like to welcome our first two guests. Our first guest is Shelby Nelson, 37 years at the Height family of dealerships, one of the most loyal and greatest employees the world has ever seen.
I would second that.
Favorite mother, wife, friend, grandmother, you name it. We also, our second guest
Cry.
today, because second is first loser, as they say,
Ah, wonderful.
Atwood. Michael Atwood is actually the OG Bachelor in
The
He's
OG.
our general manager at our Height Chevrolet Farmington store. His resume is not only impressive, but it's epic. And we're very fortunate to have both these two, not only to be part of our team, Shelby and Mike, but on the first ever life-changing episode of Height and Friends. So I'm going to take over as host a little bit here, and then I'm going to pass it off to Samantha to really get into the real nitty gritty, like the pulse of the world. And that's Broncos and that's Bachelor. I mean, let's be honest. Okay. So I'm going to just fire off a couple questions here real quick. Samantha will take over and talk about Broncos. You know, we can talk about the reservation system, the features, the accessories, and whatnot. But just a couple quick questions to get this first episode going. Shelby, first question to you. When you aren't watching The Bachelor or driving a Broncos Sport, what do you enjoy doing?
Chasing the grandkids around.
And how many grandkids do you have, Shelby?
I have three, two girls,
Three.
5, and one son, grandson, 3.
Okay. Do any of these little children watch The Bachelor?
God, I hope not.
No.
Mike, see, we have a mute button. We don't need the added commentary. Okay. This is not Tucker Carlson here. This is Height and Friends. Friends. Okay. Friends are nice. Okay. So could you fit all 3 grandchildren into a Bronco Sport, Shelby? Legally.
I'm
Physically,
going to
yes,
say
but legally?
probably, yes, I could, but legally, no.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
It would be a little tight.
it would be a
Yeah.
little tight. If I didn't have
Okay.
car seats, we could. We're not
Okay.
that
Yeah.
far off, though.
Could
Car
the
seats
4
these
of
days
us
are
fit
huge.
comfortably in the Bronco?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Mike would never be invited in the Bronco with us on that trip.
No.
If,
Can I sit-
if he were, he
Can I
could
sit
sit.
in the middle? Can I
Okay.
sit in the middle? Is there a seatbelt that would secure me in the middle? I guess would be my question.
Yes.
Be
Yeah.
safety
What?
first.
Be tight for you, Mike, but it'll be okay.
We'd make it
Second-
work.
Second
Perfect.
question is for Mike Atwood.
Okay.
How many times have you tried signing up for either the Bachelor or Bachelorette?
Why would I be asked both of those questions? I have never signed up for The Bachelor.
No. Okay. But did you want to be a contestant on the Bachelorette?
Oh my goodness. I'm not sure if I can handle the. Yeah. If you're willing to sign me up, Sam, I'd probably and give me at least. Yeah. You know what? I would be willing to do that because that would mean that I would have at least 8 to 9 weeks off from work. So yes, that's my answer. My final
Okay,
answer.
Well, that's
never will happen.
assuming that you would make it that far.
Right.
I mean, what? Come on.
and
I think I would make it at least the first couple of rounds.
I haven't watched the last couple seasons intently, not like super Bachelor Nation fan Samantha,
Mhm.
but I haven't seen many 47-year-olds, Mike.
Well, there's not
The
many
last
people that get
Bachelorette was older.
Okay.
Claire.
Not that
She was like 37.
not that we're age discriminating. I'm just
that. Now,
saying that maybe Mike could start a new show,
oh, the senior bachelor is what we're going. Is this where we're
Yeah.
going with this whole thing?
like my time,
Now, I thought that
our
when
time.
when we started this first cast here, you abruptly told me that this was a nice, friendly video that we were going to be putting on here. And we automatically went to my age, the fact that I wouldn't get past the first episode, and there was no way I was going to get 8 weeks off to be on the show.
Hey, at least we're all on the same page, Mike. Thank you.
This is absolutely 3 strikes. I think I'm up.
We
No.
didn't say that we were going to be nice. We said that you had to be nice.
Oh, okay.
Right. If you want to be asked back.
Okay, great.
So next question goes for both Shelby and Mike. So as some of you might know, there's a lot of theatrics that are involved in the introduction part of the early season of Bachelor and Bachelorette, where the contestants come up out of a limo and they come up with some clever way to, grab the attention of the Bachelor or Bachelorette. Shelby, if you were one of those contestants coming out of the limo, what would you do to really make
Oh gosh,
make
I
a
would dance.
moment?
The minute I got out, I would start dancing. I would just lay it out there,
With,
dance.
like a tango, a waltz,
Uh,
would
no,
tattoos,
I'd want to do some sort of hip hop. I'd want to be
hip-hop?
cool.
Okay,
Hip hop.
Ooh.
I like that.
Hmm.
Perfect. Mike, what would you do? I feel like you probably wouldn't even come in that limo. The limo would be too good for you. You
I
would
don't think it
come
would be good enough. No.
on a horse?
I would think I would want
Helicopter.
to, yeah, maybe be helicoptered in, parachute, something like that. It would have to be something to make myself, apart from the rest of the crew. Definitely, especially the fact that we're dealing with a severe age difference here, as we so kind of mentioned. So it had to be something to show that I was young enough to still try it.
Hmm.
Fair.
That's
Young
great.
and able-bodied enough, really. Yeah.
So, a couple more questions before we move it over to lead anchor. But let's be real, Heightened Friends, it's my show, right? Okay. So,
Are we just reducing it just to Heightened Friends as being your show now, or
well, if I
thought
act this
we
way
were
to
talking
all
your
my guests, probably it would just be me
oh,
join. So I'm working on that, Mike. That's the beauty of our relationship. We both work on it. Okay.
Hmm.
A few things. Big question, Bachelor Nation.
Ooh.
Shelby and Mike, would you find it weird if you were on the show,
yes,
Bachelor or Bachelorette comes up to you, lands a big kiss, and keeps their eyes open? This is a big controversy right now with Matt James. He
It
kisses
is.
with his eyes open.
never,
I wouldn't want the eyes open. No.
no, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
not.
Sam, are you on the same page there?
Yeah, it's been kind of creepy
Okay.
to watch.
Shelby, the front runners, Bree, Sarah, Abigail. What are your thoughts there?
Abigail? Yeah, she.
good.
I think she's gonna nail it. She.
That's a good choice.
It
Mike?
is.
Yep.
Bree, Sarah, Abigail. Are you more of a fan of the Queen?
Oh, I think he is. He's definitely a Queen Victoria type.
Are we talking about me now?
Yes.
No, the other Mike. So
Perfect. Bring me up to speed.
I'm gonna hand this off to Samantha, and we're gonna talk Broncos.
Mm.
Sam can fill you in with other exciting things that are going on here at the Height family of dealerships. And I guess with that, this is our pilot.
Yes.
People will be talking about this for years. Remember that time we made fun of Mike? Remember that time Shelby talked about Abigail? It's
Right.
amazing what we do here. So with that, Samantha.
Yeah, I have to say, I agree with Shelby. Abigail's my favorite too. Sam, is she yours?
I believe Amanda said Abigail. She gave me Bree, Abigail, and Sarah to kind of make it seem like I knew what was going on here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was really
They're
waiting to
very
see what
wholesome.
the answer was going to be on this one and how quickly
Yes.
he responded. So
So Shelby,
Mhm.
you got to take the Bronco for a little spin recently.
Did.
What were your impressions of it?
I love driving it. I was ready to, after the first mile, call the service manager and say, what is wrong with this vehicle? I'm going down the road and my steering wheel's shaking. And I'm like, what? It took me all the way to Benton and coming back to realize it was my driving. Every time I went to the right, or every time I went to the left, it would shake. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's me, it's not the car. So, but no, I do love it. I did put a deposit down on one, so I'm considering it.
Fun fact about the little like shaking is it will actually drive itself on the interstate.
Oh, it corrects
Pretty
itself?
fun. Well, like if you have it in cruise control and you're driving and you set cruise control, you can also set like lane centering, and it just drives itself, like you don't even have to touch it.
I think you have to keep at least one hand on the wheel, don't you?
I mean, you're supposed to. It'll yell at you, but
What have you been
turns
doing,
the wheel.
Samantha, with my Bronco?
Nothing, but
Are you ghost riding my whip
I know.
on the
Right?
highway?
I may have seen her up at Saddleback once or twice, and
Sending it?
only once
Yeah.
because you didn't invite me the last time that you went skiing at Saddleback.
Oh, actually, can we cut for a quick sponsorship break?
Oh
This-
yeah, I think
this
that's
first
a great idea.
Season episode sponsored by
Okay.
Saddleback.
yes,
And of course, the Height family of dealerships, Skowhegan, Farmington, Madison, since 1911, 110 years.
that's a couple years there.
Anyway,
Mhm.
we're
Yeah.
back.
So it does that. It's a pretty cool feature.
Now, will it fit your ski equipment in the back? Do you put it on top of it? I mean,
Well,
how big?
it's-
What's the inside space of this thing? We know it only.
It's
won't
funny you
be-
should ask, because yes, I could put my skis inside, but we have this awesome ski rack, so we don't have to.
Ah,
Mhm.
is it enclosed?
No.
Mm.
Yeah, sorry. But
It'll
we
be-
also have a tent for it, which right now is so helpful because you have to get, dressed at your car. So you can like put a little covering, have a picnic.
COVID.
hang
COVID.
out.
It's COVID
Yeah.
time.
It's pretty cool. It's like our own tailgating thing. Because it also has a bottle opener back there.
For the fruit
my
punch and stuff. Right.
For the
Pop.
picnic section.
The picnic section.
I think your generation, Mike, calls it pop.
Oh, is that what it is? Yes. I have no idea why I tuned onto this because I would be the root of every comment. Yeah.
It also
But
I'm
I feel like you took it kind of easy on me on the Bachelor thing, so I appreciate that. That was good.
Back to the Bronco. I'm going to tell you though, that vehicle has everything you could want for a very affordable price. I couldn't believe the price of that Bronco, the Sport. I'm like, for what it has for options, nice vehicle. We
And
should
fuel
sell a
mileage.
lot
What
of them.
about fuel mileage?
yeah, it
Oh
gets
my
like
gosh. Okay,
28
so
miles to the gallon.
27. Yeah. So
And
literally
that's like
I could
around
go,
town.
yeah, I could go the whole week on 1 gallon. Because I live so far. Because I'm like 3 miles home, 3 miles back. So yeah, I could go.
Sounds like there's a lot of swerving going on within those 3 miles. Like
Well,
4 miles of driving to get 3.
You does it get tough in the afternoon, Shelby? And you gotta, just a little bit before we drive home,
I know.
Now Samantha said it drives itself. Like if it's
Yeah,
going off the
I
road.
literally just sat there and it got me home.
she is programmed in.
Yeah.
Too
It
funny.
has goat mode, which is pretty cool.
Goat
I don't
mode.
know. I don't know what goat mode is.
What's the acronym, Sam?
It depends. I mean, goat is like greatest of all time, right? AKA me.
Ah,
But
that's what that means?
also,
Oh, okay.
Huh.
but also it stands for, in Bronco world, goes over all terrain.
Yes.
Oh.
Ah.
hmm
Now, is this this Bronco, is it one size fits all? Is there going to be a larger Bronco as well that's coming down the pike? Or?
Yes. So this is the Bronco Sport model.
Okay.
5-passenger Bronco Sport, 4-wheel drive, 4-cylinder turbo engine. They are coming out with, and that was also a reservation system with the Bronco 2-door and Bronco 4-door. That's what people kind of picture. It's a throwback, looking at the late 60s, early 70s Bronco style. This is going to be a direct competitor to the Jeep Wrangler. It's going to be taller, larger, longer wheelbase than the Jeep Wrangler, even though I can't down Jeep because
Yep.
my dealerships also sells Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram.
Doesn't say that on your hat.
Yeah. So the full-size Bronco is what we'll call it. It will be coming out this spring. That was also a reservation system, and we have more than 20 reservations here at Height Ford alone. So we're very excited for that vehicle to come in. That's more of your off-road 35-inch tires, lift, with a lot of features. But the beauty with this Bronco Sport, it's all that in like a cool little package.
Super convenient.
Yeah.
It goes
Yeah, with all the-
really, really well in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Great in the snow, and there's already about 200 accessories you can get for this: kayak racks,
Mhm.
ski racks. Some of the models
Tents.
How
have
does
tent.
How does the tent work? Is it tent do you open up the back gate and then
So
the
there's
tent falls below it, or what exactly takes place?
2 options for the tent. There's a canopy style, like you're out in the deserts of Africa type style there. And then there's literally a tent that is on top of the roof of the vehicle. A full tent.
Wow.
Picture L-bean tent popped on top of the Bronco.
Hmm.
And it comes with a ladder to get up there.
Mhm.
Sounds fun.
Which tent did we get for the Bronco?
We got the Sahara, I'll call it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect
We'll
for
have
the
tea.
ski changing, quite honestly.
Yes.
Mhm.
Shelby probably shouldn't try out the tent on the top if we're swerving all over the road. Won't be
I know,
good
right?
getting to the top of the
That's
vehicle.
where you could put the grandkids.
I know, right? No, see, we can tow it behind the motorhome. That's one thing I got to find out if it can be towed. And the grandkids can sleep back there.
Perfect. And safe.
Samantha, you should bring the Bronco up to Saddleback this weekend and set the tent up in like in the parking area.
See, this is what I was thinking.
That would be cool.
It's the ultimate 2020 ski mobile, really.
Right.
Mhm.
Or as what Mike's generation would say, it's neato.
Oh, here we go again. This has been fun, guys. We won't be doing it again.
You can host the show. We're gonna do some round robin hosting.
Great.
Roast
Cool.
me. Maybe at the end of the year we'll do a Sam Height roast.
There we go.
I don't know what you'd come
I would
up
buy
with.
tickets. I would supply tickets for that one. So anybody watching this episode, I am volunteering to buy extra tickets to the show of the roasting of Sam Height.
And Sam, can you tell everyone where to follow us and hashtag and ats and whatever you youngins do in the social media world?
Yeah. Youngins. So, well, all of our dealerships have our own pages, but at Height Auto is the best place to follow us to get updates from everyone. And that's on Instagram and on Facebook. And then we also have a YouTube channel, but you found it if you're watching this.
Yes.
Ah, very good.
So does anyone have anything else to add? I want to thank everyone for being part of this momentous occasion.
I would like to thank Russ for standing in my doorway and staring at me within 5 feet away for at least 15 minutes while we did this. That was comfortable and it was fun. So
I would like to thank Sam for the use of his laptop. 'Cause he
Yeah, I
set
see we
it
got
up
two
for
Sam Heights
me.
here.
I mean, I just think we need to give a shout out to Michael for being just the best bachelor.
thank you.
Woohoo!
You know,
Yes.
we can give him some sort of an award.
Actually,
after
I'll be back.
can we get a hashtag to trend? Mike for Bachelor
Ooh,
Nation or
yeah.
something?
Sure.
Let's see
Yeah.
what we can get trending. Tweet it or whatever you kids do, Sam.
Yeah.
You know what? Thank you, Samantha. I appreciate that. And just because you were so polite at the ending, I will probably be back.
Oh, phew.
There you go.
I like to call myself the cooler, more awesomer Sam.
Yes.
It wouldn't take much, Sam.
I know.
Mm.
Just kidding.
Everyone,
Hey,
you
Make sure
follow
you
us on
watch-
YouTube.
Make sure you watch this week's episode of The Bachelor so you can catch up.
Yeah.
And buy a Bronco Sport.
Order them. Yeah, right on our
Order 'em.
website, heightford.com.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Bye.
bye.